Hello and welcome to Rainy Tuesdays, a podcast by friends for friends. We got Margo,
Hi.
Ryan,
Hello.
and Yoana back again.
Hello.
And of course, me, Adam. How's everyone doing?
Doing good.
Um, Ryan and I both got vaccinated this weekend, which
Yeah.
is exciting. I just had it earlier today, and I'm very sleepy, but I slept a lot, so it's a mix of being like fully awake because I've just slept for like 4 hours, but also like sleepy still. I don't know.
hmm
Yeah, it's going to be maybe a weird energy podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had the exact opposite effect of Margot. I could not get to sleep last night. Like I would sleep for a little bit and then just wake up in the night. Not fun, but it's worth it.
It is. 100%. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I got rained on while hammocking for the second time.
Oh.
Iconic. Wait, the
Yeah.
second time.
Yep, I always pick bad days to go hammock, and then there's like a rainstorm coming at me. I feel like I'm on a shipwreck, like with the hammock like hitting me in the face while I'm like trying to gather it. It's always an adventure, really.
That's
I think
beautiful.
yeah, next time you should bring like a life preserver or an umbrella.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's the move.
And like an oar.
Hammocking is a very like collegey thing that I'm kind of like mad at myself for missing out on. Because I didn't ever hammock, and I feel like I should have.
I have never done it, but I feel like it's a little overrated because, I mean, I guess it could be fun, but I don't know. I don't like laying down. Like, I feel like if you're gonna like, because if you're just laying down in a hammock,
Mhm.
then I feel like you're gonna fall asleep. But if you're like chilling with friends, I probably wouldn't want to be like laying down if I'm like talking to someone.
Eyes.
Mhm.
You can
That's
sit on the hammock, like half sit, half lay.
That's true.
Hmm.
But then what's the point of the
Chill.
hammock?
You're
Well,
outside.
you're swaying.
Yeah.
You're above the ground.
That's a good point actually.
I
like a
haven't
swing,
done it,
kind
so
of.
I don't know. I feel like it'd probably be quite nice. Everyone does it, so
It
I'll
is
let you
very
know next
popular.
time I hammock Ryan. You can come.
all right.
Nice.
Just bring an umbrella.
Yeah.
I'll bring the
Hammock
oar.
update.
Aye, Captain, we're taking on water.
Shovel it out with a little bucket.
The first time it happened, it was like hardcore raining and like
Oh.
thunderstorming, and Rena had just gone to the bathroom, so I was like alone, like trying to like fix everything and like take it down, and everyone's like sprinting inside the buildings, and I just see Rena like sprinting out into the rain, like screaming my name, like coming to help.
Oh man.
That's way more exciting than I'm sure a normal hammock experience would be.
Yeah. I think right now you're making an argument to go hammocking in the
That's
night.
true.
Oh,
Seems
I
like an
am.
adventure.
Okay. Good.
I think
Oh
if
my
it starts
God.
raining, I'm gonna act like it's like the Titanic going down.
Yeah.
I'll pull out a cello and start playing music.
I love the idea of you cartoonishly pulling a cello out of nowhere.
Like in a hammock and alumni quad, people are just looking at him.
Oh my
They said it
gosh.
could never be sunk.
Oh, there. I don't know if anything else exciting has happened in like the world at all. I kind of feel like it's been a really boring week. Anyone
I
else?
turned 21.
That's true.
That's exciting.
That is true. You also had your unbirthday.
6 unbirthdays and 1 birthday.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Did you do anything crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't really get into too much detail, but yeah.
Yeah,
I went
sure.
home this weekend to
Mhm.
see my parents, and we hung out, and that was a lot of fun.
Good. Yeah.
I love the way you said yeah.
Like, yeah, obviously. What was you had a DMV story?
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
also, for my 21st, I really wanted to get my new driver's license, because also in,
So
like, Illinois, they switched to a real ID sort of thing.
Mhm.
And it cost $30, which I didn't know. But I went and got that sorted out, and the DMV is a strange place. I got there and like everyone was waiting outside, and then someone came to the door. It's like, you can all come in, and we're like, oh, okay. Well, we're waiting outside then. So we go on in, and like they play. It's like, I think it's Phil Collins. Shoot, it's like there's some Phil Collins
Stranger
song.
Like Me.
Not that, but like
Darn.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. That song.
Sure.
Okay.
The Lion
Like on
King one?
repeat?
I think, yeah, but like it repeats like on repeat. Like I was there for 30 minutes and that was the only song that was playing. Like I was like, this is a really long song, or it's going on forever. It's like that
Isn't
John
that,
Mulaney bit.
actually a torture device? Like, isn't that actually
Probably.
being-
I don't know. But like I was funny because there's like one part of the song that's like, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. And I heard it like 5 times. It's like, I'm really waiting here. But I moved through the line, and then like the guy in front of me is this like old dude like with a cane hobbling along, and he stops everyone and is like, everyone listen to me. He's like, in 1945 I got my first driver's license, and it was a great day. And today, this whatever day, was also a great day. One of my best DMV experiences. And then he hobbled on out of there. He was very slow. I was like, how is this man driving? He's gotta be quite old. He's in like 91 then.
I was gonna say, I feel like I went immediately to he lied.
Right.
He did not get it in the 40s. There's no way. That was too long ago.
It
but
was
I suppose it's possible.
1832.
The man looked like it, and everything matched up.
Ugh.
But the
Yeah.
lady at the desk was like, just move along.
Just get away from me.
Mhm.
Oh man.
It's such a trip in the DMV. It's
It
like
is.
everyone here wants to die, and you're just gonna be here for 3 hours.
Yes.
It's rough.
Yeah, I was lucky that it was like, I guess it's lucky is relative in the year 2020. But I was like able to just kind of call and be like, hey, I need a new one, and they sent it to me.
Oh, nice.
Because
That's nice.
well, because it was at the height of the pandemic, like it was a really, really bad surge. And so they were like, we're not gonna make 21-year-olds like come out, because that's one thing that we can pretty easily regulate. And so yeah.
They were forced to be convenient.
Right. God
To a
forbid.
global.
I have
God forbid you can't do basic things like that online all the time.
right. I have like had my fair share of troubles with that DMV though, just because of like because I had to get a new one because I had a Pennsylvania license and then I had to get a Maryland one. And so it was a whole time, and they were like really aggressive about my glasses, and I was like, I'll wear, like I always wear them when I drive because I am too blind to wear them without or like to not wear them while driving. But like I don't wear them just day to day, like regularly, because I just don't. Like it's just not a thing I've done ever. And so it was over like a break that I'd flown back. So I didn't have a car, so my mom drove me. And so I wasn't wearing my glasses. And they were like, okay, well, we need to see you with your glasses. And I was like, why do you need to see me with my glasses? Like, I didn't drive here. Like, that just doesn't make sense. And they were like, no, we need to see you with your glasses. And so I had to come back the next day to be like, here's me and my glasses. Look.
It's horrible.
It was not fun. Yeah. Ugh.
I felt bad. The guy in front of me, he had a parking ticket from like 2006, and like they wouldn't let him because he didn't have a receipt from it. He's like, it was over 14 years ago. It's like, I feel bad for that guy. But it's so hard. Like, I had to have my passport, my social security, and like 2 bank statements. And like, it's just a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know how someone could like
rough.
fake it.
Exactly. That's the big thing. And also, why?
Yeah. What are you gaining?
Do you guys ever get scared when you're like talking to people that are in like official positions.
Totally.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like I feel like anytime I talk to anyone at the DMV, I'm like, oh my god, here's when I was born. Here's my social security number. Here's all the information you could possibly ever need. I'm like so afraid. Like,
Have you ever had your license revoked for being in a mental institution?
no,
Stuff
I
like that.
swear.
No, no.
Oh my god.
I swear no.
I always get scared of like accidentally lying.
Right?
Like they're like, "What's your date of birth?" I'm like, I don't know. Like I think it's January 7th. I'm like, "Don't arrest me, please." They're like, "What color are your eyes?" I'm like, I gotta look in the mirror. I'm
Like,
sorry,
you
I
told
can't
me.
answer that right now.
I had the problem of I did not realize I don't know like my weight or my height, so I just said 155 pounds and 5'8", which is incorrect because I'm 5'7" and 150. But I think I can use it to my advantage because, like, say the police are looking for me, they'll be like, it's not that guy. He's 1 inch too short and 5 pounds too light.
We're just barely off. The picture matches, as does his name and birth date, but can't be him.
Nah, we weighed him. He's fine.
Oh my god. Literally today at the vaccination site, that's what it's called. I was like going through the process where they like had like the confirmation code and like my ID and everything, and I was like talking with them about all that. And then this one like had a bunch of Air Force people working as like just going through the first parts. And so I was like going through it, telling like date of birth, everything like that. And I said like 99 instead of 1999. And I was like, should I repeat that? Oh my god. I like just internally, I was like, wait, is that enough? Does he understand? I like, there's no other way. It's not 1899. Like,
It's like
Could be.
1899.
right. I was so panicked. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Also, I got carded. They were like, I was going in and there was like a big long line, and then you start to enter the tent. And like the first time you enter the tent, they're like, hey, do you have like an appointment? And like, that's the question. And like, I heard him ask like 5 people in front of me, like, you got an appointment? Go to the right. You got an appointment? Go to the right. And like, so on. Then when he got to me, he was like, you got an appointment? I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, are you 18? And I was like, older. He was like, okay, go to the right. And I was like, okay. I don't think I look younger than 18, but maybe I do. And so I was like, well, all right.
Maybe it's
I'll
a compliment.
take it. Maybe it is. But yeah, so that was the time. I also got told by the Air Force guy, he was like really happy with the last name Army. I was like, well, I did it just for you. Like, he talked a lot about that.
Thing to be very happy about, but okay.
You're welcome. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
I had a similar experience though. Like it's like you just don't want to mess anything up. Like at my COVID vaccination site, like I don't know what I was doing. Like I got lost. I was like, I don't remember where the lady said to go. And then I finally got down to like the person that was to administer the dose, and then she's talking about like, okay, you're gonna get your dose and you're gonna go to the like observation area, wait for 15 minutes, then go make your second appointment. And then she's like, so what are you gonna do after this? And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'll probably go get lunch, maybe, like. And she's like, did you listen to me? I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I thought you meant like, what am I doing after this?
Oh my god. Okay, I did get asked what I was doing after it though. The guy that was really excited about the name Army, he was like, so like, you got any plans later? Like just trying to like make conversation, like it wasn't in a creepy way or anything. But he was just like, yeah, so like, got any plans? I was like, no. I like didn't I had no idea what to say. I was like, no. And he was like, no, like parties. I was like, definitely not. And then he was like, no, like, you're not gonna like do anything fun, watch TV. I was like, I'm probably gonna sleep, man. Like, yeah. That was the time. He was like, yeah, that makes sense. So.
Do you guys have that whole situation when voting? Because
yes.
I always panic And like every single interaction I have when I'm like in line, like ready to vote, like it's always so weird.
Mhm.
I always get paranoid. I'm like, do I cross out the one I want or don't want? I'm like, which one do I do? I don't want to do the wrong one. I'm like looking around. I'm like, how's everybody
What's
else?
everyone else doing? That guy's got a highlighter. What the heck?
This person put a check mark by Biden, but they put a really angry devil face by Trump.
I'm like, is no one else panicking? So they're like, scan it. I'm like, where do I put this? How do I scan it?
That
Oh my
that part
God.
is rough. They're like, now
Mhm.
scan it. I'm like, what do you mean, do what now? That's
This
why
thing looks
you
like
do
a
mail-in
shredder. Why
voting.
do I scan it in here?
Yeah, it does.
I've never voted in person because I was like in Illinois for the midterm elections, and then I was, in COVID for the actual presidential ones. So I'm like waiting. Maybe one day I'll be like even more scared.
Yeah. I voted in person for the primary, and I definitely got that.
Yeah.
Like, I got there and I was like, wait, who am I voting for again? Like, I was pretty sure I knew I was voting for, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of names on this list here.
I love it when there's just like you think you know all of the options, and then there's just like one rando that you're like, who? Like
A libertarian
Yeah,
party.
in
Oh,
Illinois,
okay.
there was like Willie Wilson of the Willie Wilson Party.
Yes.
of the Willie Wilson party.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a world! Alrighty, well, Adam.
Yeah, I have prepared a game for this episode. I'm pretty sure we talked about it last episode, but I have 10 words for you guys. They're all English words that aren't really used anymore, but they do exist in the English language. I have 3 definitions for you guys, and you have to pick out the one real one.
I like it.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna be official. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna have an A, B, and a C.
You definitely don't need to do that. You can just tell me.
It's too late.
Oh, and I did write down this note for myself. Shout out to at Lady Adverb on TikTok, who gave me most of my ideas for the words, not the fake definitions. I made those up myself.
Is this just some TikToker who only talks in Old English?
Yeah, she does like a word of the day thing. And they're typically words you haven't heard of. So I went through a lot of her TikToks and picked out some. Some I found on my own, but it was definitely a good source of like, oh, here are a bunch of words that you probably haven't heard of.
I like it.
And this is why TikTok
If you
is
had
great.
a TikTok, Margot, you would have heard of those words.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, here's the thing. Here's what we'll test. This is the point of the game now. If you guys get them all right and I get none right, then you're right. TikTok is educational. But otherwise,
That is too high of a standard. If we
Yeah,
just
it
get
should be
more right
realistic.
than you, then we win.
interesting. Alrighty. That is with the
All
first word.
Right.
Adam.
The first word is exosculate.
Stop.
Exosculate.
Mm.
Definition 1, or A. The act of removing the tongue from the body in a particularly painful way. B. To argue aggressively about a topic one knows nothing about. And C. To kiss, especially repeatedly and enthusiastically.
Interesting. I have a question for the
Mhm.
game master. Did you take definitions from other words, or are these like ones that you made up word for word?
They are ones I made up word for word.
Margot's trying to game the system here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of metagame here. This is something I did think of because definitions are formatted a certain way, so I tried to mimic them a little bit, but if you really know definitions,
Mhm.
it might you might be able to game the system a little bit more.
I'm gonna lock in the answer B.
I was also
Yes.
gonna go B.
B?
I was gonna go B as well.
Oh, well, if you guys are
Wow,
gonna do
everyone
sign
locking
language,
in B.
I'll do sign language too.
I regret to inform you, every single one of you is wrong.
Oh,
The correct answer was C, to kiss, especially repeatedly and enthusiastically for
Who on-
exosculate.
okay. That was gonna be the one. I was
Can you
thinking.
Would
use
you
it in a
like-
sentence, please?
Can you please exosculate with B?
I wish someone would exosculate me. This is the only word I wrote sentences for. So
I'm
None
gonna
of the
ask
other ones
for
who
all of
did
the other ones.
Yeah.
Wait, was that your sentence?
Yeah, I was like, if you asked me for sentences, I had one for each definition.
Okay.
But then that was a lot of work, so
Mm.
I didn't do that for any other
Gotcha.
word.
That's fair.
Because only so much work I can put up into this podcast. I have a reputation to maintain, and I'm really going against it by making up this entire game.
Adam's the bad boy of the podcast.
Look at me, showing up, doing nothing.
Oh my god. Alrighty. Alright, so it's 0-0-0.
0-0-0, a tight game. No clear
Everyone's game.
This is like
Anyone's game.
soccer.
First.
Yeah. Or golf. We're all winning.
All right. The second word is quidnuck.
Mm.
Quidnuck.
Quidnuck.
It's like a fun word to say.
It is.
There's some fun ones. Just wait. But we're starting off with a bit of more normal ones. So, A, a gossipy, nosy person. B,
Ew,
a type of bird from the island of Galapagos.
Look at that.
Or
Quidnuck.
C, when you possess knowledge of a topic only to have it suddenly escape you when it is most needed.
Margot's a quidnup.
Quidnock?
Quidnuck.
Quidnuck.
Not remotely spelled, how it sounds.
I'm gonna go A.
A.
That was the
I
gossip.
feel like that'd be a
right?
fun insult.
That
Yeah,
feels
just
very
summarize.
right to me. But I want it to be C.
B was the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
was-
go with B then.
Alright, so it's
One
gotta
of
be
us
one
has got to
of
get
us.
it right. Yeah.
So we got the gossip, the bird, and the brain fart, basically. Ryan is correct. It's
Aha.
the gossipy, nosy person.
Gossip. That does feel very like right in saying it. You know?
I think I could use that. Like, a gossip person, you'd be like, ah, they're such a quidnuck.
So that's
Yeah.
quidnuck.
And they
How do
wouldn't
you
know what you're
spell it?
talking about.
Yeah, how do you
Quidnunc.
Mm.
It's actually kind of spelled how it sounds, but
Still,
it doesn't
I would
follow
be
like
able to spell
normal
it.
English.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think there'd be like a K in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's another idea for the bad episode. I don't know if that was before the podcast or not, but I know we have talked about it on the podcast.
Margaret's bright idea of having a podcast about bad ideas for a podcast,
Where we just
which can
lose
go
all
so
of our
well.
listeners. Spelling bee. I would lose it.
You just like triggered me.
I hate spelling bees, but that's another time.
Of all the like academic events, I feel like spelling bee is the least exciting.
Far and away, except for that one movie with the jump roping.
Yes.
Thank you.
But there's also jump rope involved in that movie.
Well, yeah, but it was this little girl, and then there was this like old curmudgeonly man who was like the best spelling bee trainer around, and she was like, "You need to train me. I want to be a speller." And then he was like, "I won't. I don't do that anymore." And then she was like, "But please." And then he was like, "I guess." And then the way that he
Got me, I'm in.
You've convinced me. The way that he trained her was he would like give her a word to spell while she was jumping rope, and each time like the rope hit the ground, it would be like letter. And then she like had to jump rope in the competition though, because
Podcast idea. Margot just acts out trailers of movies.
yeah.
And we have to guess what movie it is.
Actually, that's a pretty fun idea.
That is pretty
That's
good.
not for the bad episode. That's a good episode. I would
next week when we do exactly that because we don't have a
Yeah.
lot of ideas.
Yeah. Actually, we've got a few ideas right now. It's just that they're not developed. But yeah, alrighty. So Ryan's taking the
Ryan's-
lead
Woo.
and or the
Going
loss.
ahead.
It might be golf.
It's not.
Oh man.
All right. Word number 3 is, and I promise this is a real word, titty nope.
You know?
Titty nope. Spelled like you'd think it would be, which is odd. All right. Definitions. A an unfinished piece of artwork, B, an armoire, or C, the scant leftovers from a meal, such as crumbs and whatnot.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I think that would give it away.
Yeah, that was the problem when I was like thinking of sentences. I was like, all right, I want a sentence that fits all three definitions, and that doesn't work. So, I mean, it works for some of them, but
Wait,
so,
you
no,
kind
I
of
can't do that.
you reconnected. Can you repeat them? Because I didn't hear anything after the first one.
Yeah. So, A, an unfinished piece of artwork, B, an armoire, and C, like the crumbs that are left over from a meal.
What's an armoire?
It's like a closet thing where you like in Beauty and the Beast.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wardrobe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like a dresser mixed with a closet. They're
She
fancy.
scared me a lot.
I might go with B, though I sort of hope it's A.
I'm gonna go with A.
I'm gonna agree with Ryan.
So 1B, 2A. Unfortunately, none of you are correct. It was the crumbs, which I thought didn't fit the word at all. I also really want it to be A. That's why I made it up. I was like, this fits perfectly. It's a titty note. They didn't finish the artwork, and it's not there. So, but unfortunately, whoever made this word up way back in the day did not think like we do.
There should be a word for unfinished artwork. I saw an article about like I think it was Michelangelo and like his like unfinished sculptures. It's got a ton of them, and like they look sort of cool.
That's a huge thing that's like debated in both like art and like the philosophy world is what do you do with someone's unfinished work once they die?
Yeah.
Like, do you share it? Is that fair to them? All that. It's a whole conversation.
It's also
you finish it for them.
Oh yeah.
That's another consideration that some people have, but then some people are very upset by that.
I'd
I
be
think
upset
just
by
leave
that.
it how it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like finish it for them, that's kind of going against.
Well,
it's like no longer their work then.
Right. It would have to be in a very specific way, especially like for philosophy, where you were like, here's their thought, here's what I think they mean by this. And it was like very distinguished, like what they're saying versus what like the person finishing the work is saying. So it's a big question because that's a big thing that's like going on right now. We don't need to get into it.
But that's also a thing too of like if they're not finished with it, should you still even display it? It's like if you bake a pie and all you have is the crust, be like, wow, all they could make was the crust.
Imagine dying in the middle of making your pie. What a sad way to go.
I had pie over the weekend. My mind's on pie.
Oh man. Yeah. All right.
Now I'm craving pie, but that's okay.
I love pie. I think pie is one
Apple
of the best
pie.
desserts. Love apple pie. Yeah. I like also like okay, I think that any pie that you can make is good. I know that Adam hates pies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so
the
sorry.
learned descent. Not a pie fan. But,
yeah, I love pies. I think that they're just perfect. I think fruit pies, delicious. I think they're specifically like, except for apple pie, I would argue that's the exception. But fruit pies are very like spring and summery, like a blueberry strawberry pie kind of thing. Delicious. And then you have like the more rich ones, like chocolate chess pie or like
key lime
pie. Yeah, good stuff. You gotta like pies, Adam.
Pies are
okay.
Have you ever had like a vegetarian version of a chicken pot pie?
I have not.
Wouldn't it just be a pot pie?
So good. Yeah, but like you know what I mean. They put
There's like vegan chicken.
Yeah.
Is there really?
There is. I haven't had that. I have had it like a pot. I guess it's a tofu pot pie. But it was really, really tasty, and I fully understand why people like chicken pot pie.
I think I've only had pot pie, like chicken, or in general, any pot pie, like once in my life.
Fair. It's a comfort food. It's very tasty.
There's a restaurant in my hometown that makes amazing chicken pot pie.
There you go. Ask them to throw some tofu in it instead. Oh my god. Alrighty. What is this, word 4? I think this is 4.
Yes. Word number 4. Flapdoodle. Flapdoodle.
I think
All right.
it's a pancake.
Pancake.
Final answer. No.
Before I get into the definition for this, there was when I was like coming up with fake ones, there was a lot of like, oh, that's a good fake one. And like, oh, that's way too literal. And pancake definitely came up as a fake one for this.
It's a drawing of a pancake. A flat.
All right. A room with objects strewn across it. B, strange and obviously false ideas or words. C, a slang term for a flaccid penis.
I'm going C.
I really, really want it to be C.
I'm gonna go B.
I'm leaning B. But C is so fun. I'm going to go B. I'm gonna go B.
B is the correct answer.
Aha.
It is strange and or false words.
However, I think we should start
Yeah.
using C.
Yeah, that one was fun. Another one I was like, this is a much better definition.
Oh yeah. That's a fun
Might be a theme.
This is the podcast where Adam just changes the
You know
English
what?
dictionary.
English language, not great. We can improve it.
Did you guys ever read that one book where this like kid makes up a name for like a pen or something, and like everyone starts using it?
Frindle or something like that?
Yes, yes. Oh
yes.
my god.
Oh.
I remember reading that book. I could not have told you that was the plot of it.
I don't remember it. I know I'd read it.
Yeah, that's one of those things like sparked the memory I didn't know I had. I never would have been able to be like, yeah, I read that book. Or like just come up with on the spot without being prompted.
Yeah. Wow. What a world. That was for sure like a scholastic like book fair book.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Man, I miss the Scholastic Book Fair.
It's same.
It was a great time.
Yeah. It's
I
like a
love-
mini
miss
field
those-
trip.
The invisible pens that they had.
Yes.
I like
Or
have
just
some
like
of those.
all the random stuff they had too.
Yeah.
They're all like overpriced too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was so overpriced. There's always the was it I'm gonna make like a fool of myself right now and I'm so sorry. Is it Ripley's Believe It or Not or is it Wrigley's Believe It or Not?
Ripley's.
Ripley.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
that,
I came up with it right before I said it. I was gonna say Wrigley's, but that's the field, isn't it? All right. We would always go through all those and be like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
look at how long those fingernails are." That's the only one I remember. Yeah. My mom, my sister, and I would also go to the Scholastic like warehouse a lot.
Ooh.
That was cool. It was very intense because it was just a warehouse full of books, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Alrighty.
All right.
Fair.
Oh, wait, that's score. So Rymar just got that right. Right?
Yeah.
Are you keeping score?
Yes.
I was gonna keep score for you. Wow, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Look at him go.
Well, wait a second. We should probably both do it. So
Oh.
I have a backup,
Yeah.
All right.
but I am attempting to keep score. I gotta be a little professional here.
I'm so proud of him.
I know I'm new to this doing work thing, but
Oh my gosh.
all right. Word number 5 is Frumberline.
Frumberline?
Frumberline.
Frumberline. That's a fake word. Locking it in now. None of the
promise-
definitions are real.
Plot twist. One of these words isn't real.
I think maybe it's like an engineering type thing. Like a
I could
support
see.
beam in a house. It's like, I like your Frumberline you have.
Just everyone come up with definitions I could have used as the fake one. All right. A position within a royal court reserved for an individual who could consume large amounts of food in a small amount of time. B, children or youths. C, an infant animal born with an obvious discoloration.
I'm gonna lock it in for B, but while everyone else decides on their answers, I want to discuss A. Because, like, what?
I'm gonna go A.
Well, you know, like eating it's eating food fast is an entertainment thing that people see. So
I guess so. Like eating
Yeah.
contests, like, because at first I was like, did they have like mukbangs, whatever they call them?
Mukbang.
Mukbang. But it's like that's not what that is, because that's like over time. That's the whole thought process. Is that I think it's like I like that as a society, like we've always just liked watching people eat. Alright.
I agree with B, though I wish it was A, sort of.
Yeah, I'm gonna go A. I think maybe this word is German.
Oh yeah, that's why I went with B.
it is B. It's children or youth.
And I do think that's because of a German root.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I'd trip you up with just like a really long definition.
I almost went with the
Trip me
animal
up.
one because of the baby animal bit. I was like, could be that because this has something to do with
Yeah,
youngos.
got the lean.
But yeah. All right.
So everyone got that.
I didn't get it.
Oh, that's true. Look at me. All right, this is why we need a backup. So Margot and Ryan tied.
Unless it's golf, and then Yoana's winning.
It's golf, which it isn't.
But it could be.
But it could be.
But it could be. All right. Word number 6 is prandicle. Prandicle. Which is just a fun one to say. As are a lot of these. All right. A small meal. B, an argument that purports to take a stance, but actually commits to nothing. C, the wound created by a duck bite.
I'm going.
Just chop, chop, chop.
I think it's B as well.
I'm going B just because I've always wanted a word for that.
Oh. I'm gonna go A again. But I really want it to be B.
An A. It is A.
Aha!
Just, boring small meal, but
Fair.
another one where it would be fun to have a word for that.
Yeah. And what a fun word it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, stop it with your prandicle.
It fits so well.
Yeah.
We can just make it better. What is
Honestly,
English?
Yeah.
We need
Already
more
such
words.
a mismatch of nonsense. We can just make our own.
100%.
Exactly. There should be more words for arguing, because like all our like arguing words are like war words of like I'm gonna attack your position. You're gonna have to defend that point. And stuff like that.
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint. Yeah.
Rebuttal.
Rebuttal.
Oh, there's stuff like that, but I think we need like more words. Prandicle could be that word.
I think it is that word from now on.
I think what this is becoming is we are just going to start using some of these words as the fake definition.
Just use Flapdoodle, if nothing else.
Flapdoodle. Look at that Flapdoodle. Oh my God.
Imagine you're in an argument, like a really heated argument, and be like, I reject your Flapdoodle.
I think we've got different definitions going on.
Oh, never mind.
Could be an insult, though.
It could be, yeah.
You're arguing something like,
But
oh,
I
you're such a
think-
Flapdoodle.
I think it could like take you out of the argument. I think then that person doesn't know like what kind of language you're using.
Oh.
You're just
Confuse them.
above
Throw
them.
them off their rhythm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just
That's the key to
dying.
debate. You gotta throw them off their rhythm.
Ryan just saying he's rejecting someone's flapdoodle.
My favorite thing. I think though that is, if I ever use a dating site again, going to be my goodbye line. It's like, sorry sir, but I must reject your flapdoodle. Oh my God. Yeah. Alright.
I think we should rename the podcast to Flapdoodle.
Oh, I just had like such a band name go into my head. I was like, Rainy Tuesdays and the Flapdoodles. Oh my God.
Episode title?
I think so. God,
Wow.
I like it.
Word number 7.
Ooh.
Snickersnee. Snickersnee.
Snickers.
Another very fun one to say.
I like it. I'm expecting it to be a pair of Skechers.
That's just the brand name. A fight involving knives. B, sexual activities involving more than 2 individuals. C, jokes made at another's expense.
I'm going C. Look at you, Yoana.
I'm going A again. Holding true to A.
Here.
What
But
was
I
A
do.
What was A?
Yeah.
A knife fight.
Yeah, I think maybe it's British, like, oi, there's a Snickersnee going off in the street.
It is an
It's
aggressively
Tuesday,
British sounding
isn't
word.
In it. Is that a Snickersnee in it?
What is it like? You dare bat your thumb at me, sir? We go get some Snickersnees.
My favorite tweet of all time is British people really went off by asking what's all this then? Because what is all this then? Oh my god. Yeah, wait, what was B though?
Just sex involving more than 2 people.
Okay, I love the idea of Snickersnee being another name for that because like orgy isn't fun enough. Like we need
Orgy
another
isn't
super
fun
fun
enough.
one.
We need a more entertaining word that really describes what's going on. I think a Snickersnee.
Look at this Snickersnee going about.
I think
Oh
maybe you
my
combine like knife fight and orgy.
It's a knife fight
really
orgy.
The best of the 2. All
An
3
orgy that
together.
results in a knife fight.
Oh, or a knife fight that results in an orgy.
I like that more.
True enemies to lovers.
Make love, not war. Anyway,
I already
Well-
forgot what C was.
yeah, but I'm going with it.
C is like roasting someone. Jokes at another person's expense.
That feels
A,
right.
Hold true.
But it isn't right. A is right. It's a knife
Aha.
fight.
Alrighty, Ryan gets it.
I am
That
taking it
is
away.
super British.
You walk
Very
out of the
much so.
pub, there's a Snickersnee going on. What's all this?
Right, what's all this then?
On a
It's your ching ching ching
Tuesday.
ching.
Look at singing on a Tuesday.
We just have terrible British accents for 3
I don't
minutes.
think anyone. Okay, second idea of this podcast for the bad podcast. We do it in really terrible accents the whole time.
Our world viewership just like plummets.
Yeah.
We all get canceled.
I was gonna go German because I like the German accent. And because it's fantastic.
I would just go straight like Borat or Russian.
Makes sense. I like it.
I got nothing. I got this American accent, and that's all I can do.
You do a southern accent to insult me.
I just say like Appalachian all the time.
Okay, Appalachian. First of
No.
all, not Appalachian. It's just Appalachian. Oh my god,
I don't even know what you're saying.
it's my
Appalachian.
Mountains.
Oh.
It's my favorite thing. So like that is like a super regional word, right? So like the South is fully just Appalachian. Mythical or like Rhett and Link, that whole channel on YouTube, right? Good Mythical Morning is the whole title. They're from North Carolina, and so anytime they talk about the Appalachian Mountains, they say Appalachian, and it's just a blessing to my soul to see myself represented so well.
What was that one saying you taught me
Which
last
one?
year?
Could be a number.
For
Lord
some
Lebanon?
reason, no, it's something what to do with possibly butter, biscuits, or butts.
Butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
That's my favorite.
I used to have a T-shirt that said that.
I don't know what that means, but
It's like, oh my god, like, can you believe it? Butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
It's a longer way to say, oh my god.
But like, what is the South if not just a longer way to say very short phrases?
That's pretty true.
I love, like, there's always tweets about that, like, to sound like a Southern grandma, you just have to say, like, a really, really weird combination of words. Like, it's like, I feel like a toy soldier and by a pond on a hot day. Like, what? Like, that means nothing. But somehow you get it. Like, you're like, yeah, okay. Oh my God. Yeah. All right.
Ryan in the lead by a good amount, but you know what? There's 3 words left. Y'all can catch up.
He's also terribly losing if it's golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yoana's killing it.
I'm winning.
All right. Word number 8 is amphigory. Amphigory.
Mm.
Which is possibly A, a drained swamp, usually one that has since been developed. It could be B, a group of words that are often confused with each other. Or it could be C, a piece of writing that appears to have meaning, but is really just nonsense.
Oh, I want it to be C, so I'm going C.
I concur.
Okay. All I can think of is amphibians, which is why the swamp one feels good. But I'm going to go with B.
With B.
I hope it's not the swamp one.
Yeah, that just feels like too right.
Oh, calling out my fake definitions that it is not the swamp one. It is C, the writing that
Yes.
looks like it has meaning, but doesn't at all.
Alrighty.
So that was Ryan and Yoana?
Yeah.
See, that could be great in an argument. Like, I reject your amphigory.
Amphigory.
Right. That
Sounds
feels,
a bit more like an academic term, too.
Yeah. It also feels like, you know how when people say, like, this is blasphemy? I feel like it would be used in the same kind of, like, oh,
Like
kind of way.
outrageous.
Yeah.
The teacher
feel
writes
like-
amphigory.
Yeah.
I like amphigerous.
Ooh.
Ooh, that does sound good.
That
Yeah.
sounds like something you would see in, like, a girl's Instagram bio.
Mm-hmm. Wow, way to call herself out. What if she was like, sometimes I'm amphigerous? Oh my God.
Well, moving on to word number 9, which is quaff-tide. Quaff-tide.
Waft-tide.
Wolf-tide.
Another very British sounding word.
Yeah, you've got no quaff-tide.
Did you see the quaff-tide on that one? I don't know what that's referring to, but I feel like it works.
A
Well,
flapdoodle.
we'll find out here in a second.
It sounds almost like you're like sexual harassment. It's like,
Yeah,
boy, you see that quaff-tide?
it's definitely a British cat call.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, could it be a long skirt that often drags behind the wearer?
Oh, that could
The
be
time-
offside. Sorry.
Could be. Any of them could be. Who's to say? Could it be B, the time for drinking alcohol? Or C, the wave produced by a ship impacting another?
I feel like, can you say them each in a sentence?
I sure can't.
Yeah, which feels the most right?
Yeah.
I'm going B.
let's
I'm waiting
see.
for the sentence.
I think maybe it's a time thing.
Okay. Well, wait. Am I supposed to a sentence for like each definition, or a sentence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because otherwise it would give it away.
Yeah.
Well,
I just
for-
want to see
How
where
does this
it's
help?
best.
This is just to see what feels right, Ryan.
For A,
Uh-huh.
it could be like, I was out shopping last weekend, and I really wanted that quaff tie, but it was overpriced.
Mm.
Or-
Hate an overpriced
Mm.
coffee.
That's the worst.
It could be, oi, we got to get about a bevs at quaff tide tonight, which is a mix of 0 accents at all. And it could be, do you see those 2 ships crash? Really produced a quaff tide.
I like that you're like a cowboy pirate.
Yeehaw!
Yar.
I was riding my horse out over the waves.
Yar har. I'm gonna go with C, but I want it to be B.
I'm going with B on that one.
Ryan, what was your choice? B? That's correct. It's B.
Aha.
So should have gone with your gut, Margo.
I really should have.
Put you in last place as well.
It
Ooh.
happens, you know.
Or first in
Or-
golf.
There it is.
First place if you go.
First golf.
Oh my god.
Wow. Do you know what this means, Margot? If Ryan and I win,
I think it means I might use
Ooh.
TikTok to
You're
learn.
it looks like you're gonna be getting a TikTok. Moment of truth right now.
Interesting.
Well, we'll see. The final word is honeyfuggle.
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 That's a southern word.
It doesn't sound like it. Add that to your list of like nonsense saying that somehow actually mean real things.
Yeah.
Could the definition be A, to compliment someone in order to get something you want? B, an attempt at intimidation that fails to produce the desired effect? Or C, to insult another's sexual prowess?
I'm going A.
I think it's A as well.
I'm going C.
Interesting. Margot and Yoana are correct. It is
Oh.
A.
Woo.
Complimenting someone in order to get something you want.
Yeah, that definitely made sense in the southern context in my head. I said it like as a southern grandma in my head. I was like, you know, what if you just honeyfuggle him a little? It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Another one where I really wanted it to be insulting someone's sexual prowess.
Fair.
How would you use
What
that
a
in a
honeyfuggle.
sentence?
Oh, okay.
I don't know, yeah.
You're like, oh, I went out with this guy last night, Brad, but he was just such a honeyfuggle.
Oh man, stupid Brad.
Brad.
What was the other word we liked? Floppy?
Flop doodle.
Floppy, floppy doodle.
Floppy doodle.
What flapdoodle
Flapdoodle.
really mean? Flapdoodle? What was the real
Flapdoodle,
definition?
It was flap
It
doodle.
was
Yeah.
strange and obviously false ideas or words.
But it really means
It really means a slang term for a flaccid penis.
Your flapdoodle is a flapdoodle.
yeah, really got him. Oh man, and then Snickersnee is also one we like.
Snickersnee.
Yeah, I like it.
Title of the episode: Flop Doodle. Doodles.
Flop doodles and Snickersnees.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Harry Potter book.
Harry Potter and the Flapdoodles and Snickersnee.
Part 2.
That's what. Okay, yeah, I like it. Oh my god. Alrighty,
Well, our total comes out to Ryan in first, Yoana in second, and Margot coming out last, meaning
Or-
she does need to get a TikTok. Unless it's golf, which it isn't.
which means they need to get a TikTok.
I have to create a second account.
Oh my god. Alrighty, well, let's talk about what we're rating on our parades.
Oh, yeah.
Other than flapdoodles,
Other than
flapdoodles,
Flapdoodles.
which would always be on a parade.
I'll go first. I pulled another all-nighter. Once again, raining on my own parade.
Oh,
Just the theme of the podcast. Every time Yoana's on, she just had an all-nighter.
Yeah. Man. Fair.
Can't be doing that.
Yeah,
Lots
stop.
times.
It's okay.
But alright. Seems problematic. You never come on and say, I have a sunny one. Instead, I
I
pulled an
said that
all-nighter.
once. I
No, no,
said
no.
a sunny one.
But it was a different sunny one. It wasn't that you pulled an all-nighter.
Wait, what?
I'm saying that it's never sunny to you that you pull an all-nighter. Therefore, it's a bad thing that you should
I don't
cut
think
out.
it's ever a good scenario that you pull an all-nighter.
Cut that
Like, I'm
negative
just-
energy.
Maybe like you're having such a great time that you don't want to go to sleep, and also like
Sure.
you have a ton of energy. But like
Right.
that's a very rare occasion.
Yeah.
You know what? The sunny part is I got A's on both assignments that I pulled the all-nighter for.
We'll
Nice.
take
So
that.
it was
Yeah.
worth
There you
it.
go.
Alrighty. There you go.
It shows results.
Silver linings.
Yeah.
Right there.
um,
I had a sunny one that I was like, perfect, got it, planned, and it forgot it over the course of the episode. So who knows?
Mhm.
I
Was
did.
it that sunny?
Yeah, clearly not. I did slaughter, literally, at Among Us, and got to stand menacingly behind Margot as she tried in vain to hit the emergency button in time.
That was so
Murdered her
depressing.
in cold blood.
That was very
That was-
intense to watch as a ghost because I
that
just see
was
like
one of the
Margot
worst
running for it and like Adam right on the trail.
So we vote for one person, and I'm so sorry it wasn't him. We falsely
Could've
accused him. It really could have been. He was.
I really sold it on it
Mhm.
being this other guy, and twas not. It was
He's-
me
Yeah,
behind the scenes, orchestrating everything.
manipulating us all.
Mhm.
He is also one of those people that like. I'm also one of these people, to be completely fair. So I'm not making it out to be something that's awful. But it's just like when he gets accused of something, he gets so defensive that it sounds suspicious. And so it's like now, like you're saying it's not you, but you're saying it in such a way that maybe it is.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was a thing, and we fell for Adam's tricks.
It was fantastic because it was like they voted him out. It was just me and Margot and one other, and I was like, perfect, got the win in hand.
But in my
And-
mind, right, this is okay because like I could go back to the place that I was before, which was very, very close to the emergency meeting button.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
because
could
we were
really
playing the new
quickly-
map, which is
Yeah.
very large, so you could just kind of spawn nearby because you get to
Yeah.
choose where you want to be, and then run to the emergency button, slap it, vote me out of there, and you won. But what you failed to realize is I can sabotage immediately, and if I sabotage, you can't hit that emergency button. So I,
not
being the
only that-
smart, intelligent, devious imposter that I am, smacked that reactor, cut it off, or it was the airship, so it was like
That's something.
navigation or whatever. But
Mhm.
and then I just followed you up there and just waited for my kill counter to tick down so I could kill you while you foolishly attempted to hit the button.
What's even more upsetting, right, is that I got to the button with plenty of time, not even joking. And I open it, and it's like there's like a countdown for when you can start to press it. And so by the time that the countdown was up, like that exact second, you like disabled the thingies. And so I was like, there was a window in which I potentially could have done it, but I just couldn't because of the game. And then I got killed, and it was so sad. Yeah, it was an intense game.
It was.
But yeah. That's probably what rained on my parade.
Me standing behind you like a serial killer, waiting to stab.
Yeah, realistically, it's just that like I'm gonna do a sunny one, and it was that like the vaccine site was a total vibe.
Yeah.
It was like a really fun experience. Like it was like the first time I've been in a crowd, right? But it was so like high energy. Everyone was really happy. Like there was a bunch of music. It was like this is so like nice and vibey, and I'm like, wow, humanity is wonderful. Like it was just like one of those moments where you're just like, man, this is like people are good. It was fun. I was happy.
Nice to have.
Yeah, we needed that.
We're so rarely these days.
Yes. I also am experiencing this like wild like brain situation where I'm like now fully on board with like, yeah, this could end soon. Like we could get back to like happy things. So yeah. It's a sunny time. Yeah. How about you, Ryan?
I don't know. I had a lot of good and bad this week. 21st was cool. DMV was not so cool. I really did not like listening to Phil Collins and The Air Tonight on repeat.
I'd love it if he was one of those artists that all the songs just sound the same. So you just thought that it was the one that was actually like his greatest hits.
It's like that John Mulaney bit, the Salt and Pepper Diner, when they do the same song on a repeat, and it's like, mate, is that song just longer than we thought it was? And it just goes forever.
Exactly. But some good news is I got there's like a guitar in my basement, and I was like, I want to play it. So I got a guitar book and some guitar picks for my birthday.
That's so exciting.
So I'm really excited.
Tune in next week when Ryan rocks out.
I don't have the guitar with me, so...
Man. Tune in over summer when Ryan rocks out.
I'll be that guy that shows up to parties with a guitar.
I honestly, unironically love that guy. And it's always just fun. Yeah. All right.
I did remember what I was going to say.
He's happy.
I registered for classes on Friday, and in the past, registration for classes has always been an absolute nightmare. And I never get into what I want. I'm waitlisted for like everything, and then I don't get into that, and it's just a mess. Chaos, nonsense. The whole system sucks. Rough.
A portal to hell opens up.
Yeah, for real. Who knows? It's not a great time. But this time, I was all prepared for everything to go wrong because you could see like the seat available limit or whatever beforehand. So I was like, I know which ones I think I could get into, and which ones I probably won't. So I was like all prepared, head back up. I was ready for everything to go wrong. Punched in all my numbers, hit submit, and got into every class I wanted to be instantly. And I was in disbelief, and that's never happened before. It was wild. I literally like hit the button. And I was like, that's not right? Like something went wrong here. There's no way I just got into everything.
Look at him go. Master planner.
Nice.
I was like waiting, refreshing the page constantly at 7 and jumping in there as soon as possible.
I like it.
So,
What class are you most excited about?
most excited about. I'm taking an environmental law class next semester. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Although it might also be very depressing, so we'll see.
But it could be helpful.
Yeah.
It could be. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
either way, I think it could be interesting.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, don't get into a Snickersnee. Avoid Flapdoodles. At all costs, reject them. And, yeah, that was my Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.